knowledge of foreign dollars configure the road I travel. Don't gravel that probably baffle it. Label scribble on paper, they wanna shackle it. I own my masters and royalties, you can't raffle it. Wrist drip like a mango, fingertip like I'm Thanos, knocking those down, no bangles. Without a Kango, tailor-made, walk with a limp, them bands is heavy, I need a brace. I am money, I guess the world is just a safe combination needed, not a coca key. I'm the extra lighter on the dresser, I know you need it, smoking out the competition, pouring up, we undefeated. What you heard, let's you heard, we eating, talking about extra with a splash, extra acting bad, pull it like parades on parades, extra with the slab, pay what it cost for the tab, extra with the bag, young Cruiser King, better add extra on the... I go extra to be great, I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Washington Commanders. The veteran Joey Sly set to get us started, and we are underway in our nation's capital. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start. Here at the 25. Burrow on play action. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. The sack by the linebacker, Jamin Davis.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. After the sack on first down, Burrow. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On fourth down, Drew Chrisman on to punt. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. A 1st and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders. On their side of midfield at the 47. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
On second down, a run with Gibson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. Gets them down to the 6-yard line. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
They'll go again with Gibson. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Commanders are on the board first here this afternoon. Joey Sly on for the extra point. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better... And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 75 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 67 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
These two teams all tied after one. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, Howell. Thomas has got it, complete. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Gibson. And some room to work. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner.
Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Commanders have moved out in front. Sly on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And some space here. And he's going to get this all the way down to Washington's 29-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. Give him 42 yards on the ground. And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined. No one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Now Burrow loses the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Following the fumble recovery, Howell. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Howell, he'll look to throw it. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So here we go, 4th down. Howell. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. They only needed that 1 yard going for it on fourth. I got to be honest, I thought they were going to stay on the ground. They surprised me. Did they surprise you?
I'm with you on that one. I thought they'd find a way to create some type of a power run and try and pick up the first down, but they decided keep the ball in the hands of the guy who could throw it, and it paid off.
And the decision paid off indeed. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. First down, Howell to throw. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Go! 57, Mike. Mike 57.
Howell looking to throw again. This is caught. Touchdown. Terry McLaurin. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Now Joey Sly for the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. They will throw on first down with Burrow. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks are starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And they go play action now. Burrow. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Hal to throw on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Gibson here running out of the gun. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Taylor now to return it. So the punt goes for 56 with a decent return of 13. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Flush to his right. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. He'll let one go deep for Higgins. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A handoff for Gibson. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. 128 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Howell. That one is slant to McLaurin. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's a give to Gibson. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with the score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
Here's Gibson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. 2nd down, Howell back to pass. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. John Bates, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made, and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
To throw again on second down. Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Commanders are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the counter, Gibson. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 180 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. That one looks like he'll throw here. That one caught by the tight end Bates. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Howell. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 12-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Powell to the air on 1st and 10. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's at cruise control right now, and so is his team.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com.
The Commanders pick up the victory as we say so long from our nation's capital.